Anna, you're going to have to do something about those papers.
I know, I promise I'm working on it. So,
We'll have an industrial accident here at some stage.
especially for the back. I'm getting old. Sorry. So thanks so much, Thomas, for the question. We'll start maybe with Prime Minister Hoti. The President of the Commission had a good discussion yesterday evening with the Prime Minister of Kosovo, Mr. Avdullah Hoti. She was accompanied by the EU Special Representative for the Belgrade-Pristina dialogue, Miroslav Lajcak. The President thanked Prime Minister Hoti for choosing Brussels as his first visit abroad since he took office, something which demonstrates the importance that Kosovo attaches to the relations with the European Union. President von der Leyen conveyed to the Prime Minister of Kosovo that the Western Balkans are a priority for this Commission, something that we have said time and time again. For us, their future clearly lies in the EU, and this was a message that the President passed. The President also expressed support for the resumption of the EU-facilitated dialogue between Pristina and Belgrade, which is key for their progress in the EU. They both agreed on the importance of moving forward on the necessary reforms to advance on the EU path. In particular, the rule of law and the fight against corruption. They also discussed the consequences of the coronavirus pandemic and the assistance that the European Union has already mobilized to support the region. We've mobilized more than 3.3 billion euros so far, as you very well know. And the President confirmed that the Commission will present in the autumn an economic and investment plan to help underpin the long-term recovery of the region and to help bring it closer to the European Union. As regards to the meeting that the President held this morning with the President of Serbia, Aleksandar Vučić, the President also in this case, in this meeting was accompanied by the EUSR Lajcak. The meeting was an opportunity to follow up on the EU Western Balkan Summit at the beginning of May, where the leaders, as you know, reaffirmed their support for the European perspective for the whole region and their determination to tackle jointly the coronavirus pandemic. The President expressed support in the meeting with President Vučić for the resumption of the EU-facilitated dialogue between Pristina and Belgrade, which, as we have said, is key for the progress in the EU. Both sides also had the opportunity to discuss the agenda of reforms. They both agreed on the importance, again, of moving forward on the necessary for reforms to advance on the EU path, and again, in particular, in the case of the rule of law and the fight against corruption. Following the parliamentary elections in Serbia, the President encouraged the Serbian leadership to foster a genuine dialogue with all the political parties to take forward EU-related reforms, the need for a broad consensus, and to address as a matter of priority the electoral shortcomings. They also discussed the consequences of the coronavirus pandemic and the assistance that the EU has mobilized for the region. And again, the President also confirmed, of course, that we'll present in the autumn the economic and investment package to underpin the long-term recovery in the region as a whole.
Thank you, Anna. So, Thomas, this is what we can say about the meeting. We have no further details to add related to more specific questions as you were raising in your intervention, I'm afraid.